Hello everyone, it's Sammy here and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing our exercises sitting down. So you'll need a sturdy chair and something without arms, okay? I'm also using resistance bands today. So I've got 3 here to choose from. I've got a TheraBand, which is a little softer and thinner, so it can be a bit more forgiving on the fingers. There's a tubing band as well, okay? It's got handles on it. And a thicker band called, well, I call them a super band, a little bit tougher. But today I'm going to be using my TheraBand, so I'll pop them out of the way. I've also got some water here, so if I get thirsty, I can grab a drink. If you don't have any of these, that's totally fine. Just go through the movements. It just feels good to move your body, okay? You can also use dumbbells for these as well. So, pick up your dumbbells if you've got a set, or making something that is of some weight to put in your hands. Otherwise, we're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up and then we'll go through a set of exercises. So I've got about 5 exercises planned for today. We're doing a kind of a supersetting or piggyback style. So we'll do the first 2 exercises, do around about 3 sets of them, around 10 repetitions each set. Or each set. And then after we finish those 2 exercises, 3 sets of each, we'll have a little mini break and then, can go and grab a drink or whatever. And then you just jump back in. So you can hit the pause button, jump back in when you're ready to go. And then we'll start with a bit of a warm up and finish with a little bit of a cool down. So, okay. As always, listen to your body and how it's feeling today. So, if you're feeling kind of a little bit ordinary, do as much as you can. And if you're feeling full of energy, put your all into it, okay? So we're going to begin. I won't need this just yet. So again, we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair, but comfortable. And we'll just start mobilizing the body, okay? So we'll start from the head and work our way down. So just gently nodding. There's no real rule for when you do your mobility. You just want to move your body, get the blood flowing. Bring the head forward. We'll turn the head from side to side. And then head forward, just gently tipping the ear to the ear. So whenever we're doing movements of the neck, you just want to take your time. And then we can start to move through the shoulders, maybe some circling one way, and then changing directions when you're ready. And then moving on to your elbows and wrists, just some circling, getting them activated. And we can start to move the spine a little bit here too. So some gentle rotation. So I've got my chair angled today so you can see the movements a little clearer. So I'll be kind of moving the chair around a little bit. Beautiful. And then just some gentle arching of the spine one way and then the other. And then we'll get a few side bends in. Just finding some length through the sides of the body. Nice. So let's move on to the hips and we'll just do some seated windshield wipers. You can kind of hang on to the back, moving the hips a little. If you like, you can even pick up the leg, hold it with your hands and do some circling of the hips. Might be a bit better this one. And then bending and straightening your knee. Again, adding any movement patterns that feel good for the knee. Moving onto the ankles. Flexing and pointing, maybe wiggling the toes, and then we can do the other side. So just mobilizing that hip, making some circles, some up and down movements, and then getting the knees going. So if you've been sitting for a while, it's always good to just get some blood flowing before we jump in and do exercises. Get the joints warmed up, wiggling the ankles and the toes. Great stuff. So today's exercises, we're covering most body parts. We're going to be working on the back first. So I'm going to grab my band. Okay. And I'm going to pop it underneath the arch of my feet. Okay. So I'll turn my chair around just a little bit more so you can see me. So under the arch of the feet. So we know it's not going to slip off from underneath our feet. So once we've done that, we're going to just bend forward just a little bit, kind of like about 45 degrees, and try and grab as much band as you can. So we want to take the slack out of the band. Now make sure we feel nice and steady in our chair, that we're not going to fall out the front. And then from here, my eyes are looking forward and down. So this helps with my posture, keeps it nice and long. Okay. So with the slack out of the band, all we're going to do from here is draw the elbows behind us. And then roughly bring the inside of the wrist towards the side of the hip. Now they don't need to touch the hip. We just want to get those upper middle back muscles working and not so much pulling under the armpit. We're more pulling towards the sides of our hip. So we're going to do about 10 reps of here. And I think I've done about 5 so far. I'm not great at counting, so, so please feel free to count your reps. So I'm going to do 2 more here. 1 and 2. Good. So you might have even noticed the sensation as you pull. You can feel your back muscles, the back of the shoulders moving as you pulled. So from here, we're going to superset it with some exercises for the hip, the lower back, and this is great for your knees as well. And we're doing seated clams. So what we'll do from here is we're going to bring the ankles and knees together. And again, make sure our back's off the chair so we can keep this core nice and active. And then from here, we're going to cross over our band, okay, and hold it with our palms up. Now we want to keep the arms nice and still for this one, because as we open and shut the knees, we'll have a constant resistance. And in the amount of how much you're pulling, you don't need much, just a little bit of resistance. So you want to be able to move your knees apart. So don't hold on too tight, okay? Now, if you don't have any bands and you still want to feel the sensation of that resistance, another great alternative, I'll just pop that down for now, is to grab your hands and pop them on the outside of your knees. And then just gently press the outside of your knees, press them in. So you're trying to squeeze your knees together and maintain that pressure of pushing in as you open and shut the knees. All right, so going back to the band, behind the kneecaps, give a little X marks a spot on the top. I'm going to sit up comfortably upright. My eyes are looking just nice and steady in front. And then I'm going to open my knees, add a little pause, and then close with control. Open the knees and close. So we want to try and keep the feet as close together as possible. So obviously you're opening the inside of your foot, but we try not to have our feet separate from one another. Open, pause, and close. So not only are we working the muscles in our lower half of our body, we're holding onto the band or pressing against our knees. So our upper body's getting some nice tension and strengthening as well. So we're going to do 5 more of these. Open, pause, slow return, open, pause, slow return. 1 more. Nice, good job. All right, so we're gonna swap between those 2 exercises for 2 more sets. So let's pop it underneath the arch of our foot again, or feet. All right, and then take a little forward lean, grab as much of the elastic as you can, take the slack out of those bands and chest out, and let's draw the elbows towards the back of the chair. So just nice, smooth pulling. We've got plenty of control here. Keep those elbows tucked in. Maybe a little tuck of the chin here. We're not jutting the chin out. All right, we're about halfway. So smooth pulls. Keep going, you're doing great. And 2 more. Last one. Fantastic, great. So as we sit upright, take the band and pop it behind our kneecaps, or pop the hands on the outside of your knees if you're not using a band, and sit up nice and tall again. Roll the shoulders softly away and down from the ears, palms up, and then open the knees, keep that gentle pressure, keep the arms still. Open, pause, and close. Open, pause, and close. So try and open those knees as much as your hips will allow. Great job. So really good for strengthening your hip joints, the muscles around your knees. You'll feel it in your, you may feel it in your core, your tummy muscles, through the shoulder and the arms. Oh, my feet are starting to sneak apart. 2 more. Last one. Great job. If you want to give your arms and legs a little bit of a shimmy shake, shake it all out, that's fine in between. Otherwise, we're going to come into our last set. So we're nearly finished our first 2 exercises. So let's take a little forward lean here. Look forward and down so we can keep that nice long spine, chest out, and let's start drawing the elbows behind us. Little tuck of the chin. Controlled pulls. Like we're trying to squish a pencil between our shoulder blades. Great job. We're halfway there. Nearly finished this set. That's it. Big pull. 3 more to go. 2 more. Lucky last. Great job. All right, so let's come to the last set of our clams, banded or unbanded, however you're doing them today. So crossing it over, palms up, shoulders down from the ears, and here we go. Open up, hold that position, and then slowly controlled closing. So we don't want to clap the knees closed. We want to control open and smooth close. Those arms are nice and still, elbows by your side. Good, halfway there. Lovely. We have 4 reps in this set to go. Do your best. 2 more to go. Last one. Oh, nice, good work. Alrighty, so those are our first 2 exercises. I'm gonna hit the pause key, grab a little drink. If you want to do the same, that's fine. And yeah, when you're ready, jump back in and I'll see you for some chest exercises next. All right, so we're back to do our next 2 exercises. So this one will be working on the muscles around the chest, the front of the shoulders. We're adding a rotation here as well, so we're getting a little bit of core work. Yeah, so that's first exercise. And then the second exercise, we're going to be doing some leg work, okay? So again, if you don't have a band, totally okay. Just go through the movement patterns. So I'm gonna grab my band and pop it around my back and underneath my armpits, like I'm gonna dry myself with a towel, okay? So from here, let's focus on bringing the knees to face forward. So as we rotate, we have to keep those knees pointing in front, okay? So again, we wanna sit up tall in our chairs with our back off the back of the chair. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn one way and then press our hands straight. So it'll look like this. So as we turn, we press. Okay, so yep, just extending through the arms, keeping those knees to face forward. And again, we're going to do 10 on each side. So turn and press and turn and press. Okay, now we're not just crossing the arm across the chest. We actually want to rotate this. So we're going to turn and press. We're halfway there. Straighten those arms as much as you can. So this can feel like a nice stretch of the back after doing our rows. Keep those knees and toes in front. That's it. And we're going to do 1 more each side. Great job, nice work. Okay, so from here, let's do some leg work. So we're doing some double leg extension, so we can give the arms a little break here. So again, sitting comfortably upright, we're going to lift the feet off the floor. So if you need to wiggle back in your chair to allow some room, it depends how high your chair is, I guess. Yeah, just wiggle your bottom back. So from here, we're going to extend both legs and we're going to hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to lower down for 3, 2, 1. Now, if your feet can't come quite under your knees, that's okay. Just kind of hover them off the ground. We're going to keep those feet off the floor the whole time. So extend up, 1, 2, 3, and lower down slowly. So we're going to do 3 more of these. Up, pause, 1, 2, 3, and then slowly lower down. And then up for 1, 2, 3, slowly lower down. We have 1 more of these. So this is really good for strengthening your legs, particularly around the knee, and slowly lower down. And you might even notice some tension in your tummy. So getting a little bit of core work there too. All right, let's go for round 2. So grab that band, or again, like I said, you don't have to use a band. Turn and press. So really think about stretching out, reaching as far as you can, keeping your knees pointed to the front. Using those strong tummy muscles. Driving the knuckles away from you. And we're halfway there already. We have 5 more each side. Keep going. 4 more to go each side. Two more each side. Last one, big stretch. Good job. Okay, so we're back to our double leg extension. So give your upper body a little break, extend, hold that position, even pull the toes towards you a little bit, and then slowly lower down. Keep those tootsies off the floor. Come on up, hold it for 1, 2, 3, and then slowly lower down. We have 3 more of these. Up, pause, hold that position, and then slowly lower down. Well done. Up we come, hold that, and then slowly lower. We've got 1 more to go. Hold that, hold that, hold that, and then slowly all the way down so your feet are on the floor. All right, let's get into our last set. So tuck it underneath there, and here we go. So we're gonna press after we've turned. So do your little rotation first and then drive the fist away from you. Turn and press, turn and press, turn and press. It's a big drive of the fist. That's it. Do it with intent. We're halfway there. Turn and press, turn and press. It's just good to get the spine to go in all different ranges of movement. Okay, so let's do 2 more. Reaching and reaching, strengthening the muscles in our chest and shoulders, as well as our trunk. Nice, good job. All right, here we go. Last lot of the legs. So pick your feet up, extend, hold for 1, 2, 3, and then let's lower down. And keep those feet off the floor as we straighten our legs again. Hold that position and then slowly lower down. We have 3 more. Up we come, hold that for 3, 2, 1, and then slowly lower. Okay, we have 2 more left to go. Keep going, you're nearly there. And slowly lower. Last one, hold it up there. Hold it. And here we go. Great job. Nice work. So those are our those are our 2 exercises we've just done. We're going to hit the pause button. Oh my goodness. We're going to hit the pause button, have a little mini break, and then I will see you for our last exercise and our stretch. I'll see you soon. Okay, we're back to do our last set of exercises. Okay, so we don't need any equipment for this one, and we're going to be working the muscles of our trunk, in particular these muscles down the side here. Okay, so we're going to do some sideways movements and we're adding some pauses. So we're going to hold each pause for about a 10 count. If you need to come out of a little bit earlier, that's totally okay. So just go at an intensity that suits your body today. So from here, we're going to take a nice big inhale in, and then bring our arms into cactus arms. So we're going to think about rolling the shoulder blades down the spine and gently pulling the elbows back. Spread the fingers so we can keep the arms nice and active, and our knees are in front with our toes. So take another big breath in, push through the floor with your feet, and then when you're ready on your exhale, we're going to tip to one side. Okay, now it doesn't matter which side you're tipping. If you're going opposite than me, that's okay. All right, so keep pressing through the floor, keep your bottom on the chair, and bend as much as you can. Okay, so we're going to hold this for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come up. Well done, big stretch up. And then here we go, exhale, draw the elbows behind you. Inhale to get a little bit more length in the spine, press the feet through the floor, and we're gonna tip the other way. So get yourself organized, get as bendy as you can. And here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, come upright, give your arms a little shake, have a little mini break here. We don't need to rush into the other side just yet. Okay, so yeah, as we bend to the side, getting lots of strength work for one side of the tummy and a little bit of lengthening for the other. So keep pressing through the floor, find that sense of anchoring through the feet and through the bottom onto your chair. So we're going to do the next set. So here we go. Big breath in, get some length in our bodies, and then exhale as we come into our cactus arm. Spread those fingers. Inhale, lift up through the crown of your head, and let's go over to the side here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep pushing through the floor, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up when you're ready, big stretch. Breathe out as we come back into our cactus. If your arms are getting tired, you can even come to this position if that feels better, and tip to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Awesome. So again, have a little mini break here. Get a little bit of wiggly through the shoulders. Okay. Lovely. So when you're ready, we're going to do the last one. In fact, I think for the last one, let's switch up the cactus arms. We will bring the hands to the heart, and as we're doing that, let's press the palms against each other. So we're going to get a little bit of tension through the upper body as well. So if we're ready, we'll start off with a big stretch, breathing in, breathe out, bring your hands to your heart, keep pressing against the palms and fingers. Inhale, lift up through your spine, roll the shoulders down from the ears, and let's tip the side to the side. So keep anchoring through the feet, through your bottom on the chair, and keep pressing the hands against you for 10, 9, lots going on here, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Inhale, come up, big stretch up, lengthen our bodies. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Inhale, reaching up with the crown, and exhale, keep pressing the hands against each other. Keep pressing as we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good job. Well done. Shake it all about. Nice. All right, so we've done all the exercises. We're going to jump in and do our cool down now. So still keep your back off the chair because we're going to do some stretches that'll allow us to open up through our back. So yeah, just a little bit away from your chair. So from here, let's tuck the chin to the throat and then gently roll the head down. So just getting a bit of lengthening through the back of our neck. Might like to bring your hands down by the side to help your shoulders relax. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift the chin. Think about drawing the nose upwards so we can keep the length in the back of the neck as we stretch the front of the neck. We're just taking those nice natural breaths. Bring the head forward, and then we're going to tip the ear to the shoulder. So have a little bit of a shake of the head, just gently, and to see if we can find a spot that might need a little bit of a stretch, but do be careful with this one because we're quite sensitive on the side of our neck. And then when you're ready, start to ease the head up, bring the other ear to the other shoulder. Do the same thing, a little bit of a shake of the head till we find our point we want to stretch. And then ease on up. Lovely. So from here, we're going to open up our back. So let's sweep the hands in front. You can have your hands together or apart. It's up to you. You might even want to turn them inside out. So from here, I'm going to move my bottom forward a bit. We're going to tuck the hips and the chin, make a C shape with our spine. Really stretch the back of our ribs, the muscles of our back. Reaching and tucking. And then when you're ready, sitting up, we're going to sweep the hands behind us. Now you can have them kind of just hanging out the back here as you push your chest and belly through, or you can hang onto your chair if it's got little backs on it like mine has, and push your chest in front to open up our bodies. I kind of prefer not to hang on. I might just leave my hands free. Nice. So let's stretch the side of our body. So grab your right hand, pop it on the outside of your left knee, and then we're going to reach up with our left hand and then tip over to the right. So we're opening up the left side of our bodies, and our hand on our knee is just helping us to anchor. Think about lifting up through the side of your rib cage. And then we'll float on up, and then add a little twist here, looking over our shoulder. Nice. Let's swap sides. So other hand on other knee, do the same thing, reaching up and over we go. Open up the other side of our body. Keep those knees pointed to the front. Try not to open them too much. And then when you've done having a little side bend, then we can add a twist. Lovely. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is our legs. Just extending a leg, we're going to pull the toe up, sit comfortably upright. Now this might be enough of a stretch for the back of your legs. If you want a little bit more intensity with your stretch, think about folding forward, but keep the back straight, little tuck of the chin. I notice I can feel this right underneath my foot. And then I'm going to back off my stretch and point my toe here, stretch the front of my leg, or mainly my shin. And then from here, we're going to extend the other leg. My dogs are going off. The postman's arrived. We're going to pull up the toe. Think about lengthening through the back of the leg. Sorry, guys. The postie can't come quietly at my house. Oh dear, that's life. Again, you can fold forward a little bit here, get a little bit more intensity for your stretch. Yes, I don't need a doorbell. I have 2 dogs. Come on. Oh, I'm going to point my toe as well. Stretch my shin a little bit, the top of my foot. Nice. All right. We're all done. So thanks for joining me today. I always enjoy making these videos, sharing my love of movement with everybody. If you have any suggestions, something that you'd like me to film, please leave me a comment. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, share it with your friends. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.